According to sources who spoke with Axios, President Donald Trump is trying to determine whether Vice President J.D. Vance or Secretary of State Marco Rubio will be the future Republican presidential candidate that he will endorse. Which one will run in 2028? And while Vance seems to be the favorite, at least that's been the conventional wisdom so far, it does seem that Trump is starting to lean more and more toward Marco Rubio. Cenk, your 2 cents.
Yeah, so it's important for you guys to know that Marco Rubio is 100% Israel first, and there's a debate as to which side JD Vance is on. So that's going to be very relevant to this conversation. So let Anna tell you the facts on who's winning that war and what they're pretending is the case. Then we'll break down what's actually the case.
So Axios spoke to 5 anonymous sources with knowledge of the situation, so make of that what you will. They claim that Trump is asking all of his advisors and confidants, do people favor the vice president or secretary of state to sit atop the GOP ticket to succeed him in 2028? Now, to be clear, Trump wants Vance and Rubio to run against each other during a Republican primary. It's not like he is trying to discourage one or the other from doing so. And to be clear, he loves that kind of conflict. But one anonymous Trump advisor stated that Vance Rubio is the president's dream ticket. I would rather slip my wrist. And to be clear, that's Vance on top. But would Trump be happy with a Rubio-Vance ticket? Absolutely. Rubio is a product of neoconservative brain rot. And Vance has literally described himself as a post-liberal Republican, meaning he does not believe in liberal democracy. But even more important is the fact that he is manufactured by Peter Thiel, who is very much interested in doing away with not only our democracy, but doing away with our privacy rights so we can be competitive on AI against China. So you got that to look forward to, if you elect these people, of course. But what do you think, Cenk?
Yeah, so in the drop site news emails that were uncovered, some were from Larry Ellison. And Larry Ellison, for some of you might remember this from previous shows, talked to the Israeli ambassador and said, I'm gonna vet Marco Rubio. The reason I'm telling you this story is because it's a perfect insight into who Marco Rubio is. Then he comes back and emails the ambassador and says, I approved Marco Rubio, he'll work for Israel. And I sent him $5 million into a super PAC. Okay, now that's not even in the AIPAC tracker for Marco Rubio. The AIPAC tracker only has $1 million. So that's 6 right there, but we just happen to have that one intercepted email. God knows how much money they've put into Marco Rubio. So when you see Marco Rubio talking about how protecting Israel is the most important thing and Iran is the worst, most demonic state actor and we must invade them and the Palestinians are worthless and we should give Israel everything they want, he literally got paid to say that. And so that's why I know I say it too often, but it's so frustrating that the national media doesn't level with you guys and doesn't tell you why they act the way they do. They're pretending that Marco Rubio genuinely has those opinions. When in reality, we already know for a fact that he was paid to have those opinions. So Rubio is utterly hopeless. He will not represent America at all. He'll only represent Israel. So now JD Vance was created in a petri dish by Peter Thiel. Peter Thiel, Palantir, and the other guys are massively for a surveillance state and a police state in this country.
Yep.
And also work with Israel.
Yep.
And they're trying to perfect the surveillance state over there.
Which is why it's so frustrating when well-meaning people who on the right who are against our close relationship with Israel get hoodwinked into regurgitating this line about how no, JD Vance is different. JD Vance is an anti-interventionist. No, he's not. What indication do you have that he's anti-interventionist? Has he tried to pump the brakes on anything that's transpired with Trump's foreign policy? I haven't seen it.
So today I heard on the right wing show, they're like, oh, Vance and Tulsi Gabbard are secretly against the war.
Right.
Well, brother, I'm not interested in your secret BS, okay? We're about to go to war. If you're against it, this is when you would speak up.
No,
and if
Cenk.
you don't speak up, then you have a very tall glass of shut up juice waiting for you in 2028.
No, Cenk, you don't get it. They're working around the clock.
Oh, yeah.
They're working around the clock trying to stop Trump.
Oh, please, Donald Trump, don't go to war for my benefactors. Okay, so it doesn't matter if it's Rubio Vance or Vance Rubio.
Same.
It's going to be Israel. I mean,
that's exactly
what it's
right.
Be.
Now look, Vance and Rubio publicly seem to be engaging in a bromance, and if you're gullible, you might be under the impression that they're like besties. Rubio has stated that he would enthusiastically support a Vance presidential run, but privately Rubio might not be as excited as he's letting on. So part of the problem for Rubio, according to reporting in Axios, and according to those who know his thinking about 2028, is that it would be hard to go from his 2 high impact jobs to vice president. But Marco Rubio might have a secret weapon, and that's television. So Vance has a major disadvantage compared to Rubio when it comes to Trump's style of thinking. Their jobs, which place Rubio in the news far more than Vance, and Trump consumes news ravenously. He consumes television ravenously, 2 different things. But anyway, Cenk.
Yeah, so look, I don't think that TV is the difference maker in this case, because Vance is pugilistic on TV, even more so than Rubio, and Trump likes that. And he's the vice president; he's sitting right next to him, so it's not like JD Vance is going to, jump out of his mind, right? Like he's definitely top of mind. I don't think jump out of your mind is a thing. Okay, anyways, so look, if Vance is somehow secretly on America's side, he's going to have to show it at some point. And so far, we haven't seen any of that, right? And has he supported all the madness of Donald Trump, from all the way from eating cats and dogs, how the immigrants are eating cats and dogs, all the way to, oh yes, sir, we should of course start Israel's war for it, sir. Yes, so Rubio's hopeless and Vance is about 98% hopeless. So guys, you wanna know if you're a Republican who you should pick? You should pick someone that isn't a current politician, that hasn't taken money from either the defense industry, the intelligence industry, intelligence as in gathering intelligence, the Palantirs, etc., right? Who hasn't taken money from
the tech billionaires,
AIPAC, etc. So when media tells you, and the same exact thing, by the way, applies to the Democrats. Earlier in the show, we talked about how Schumer and Jeffries obviously sell out to Israel. Israel's their #1 donors throughout their lifetimes. Biden, Kamala Harris, the same exact thing. So pick someone who isn't sold out to AIPAC and the Israeli lobby. It's not that complicated. So right now there are 2 clear choices. Ro Khanna on the Democratic side, Tom Massey on the Republican side.
I agree.
And by the way, mainstream media and everybody keeps going, well, obviously they can't run for president. Why is that obvious? Why do we have to accept your corrupt slop that you were trying to put on us? We don't have to accept it at all. Massey can run, Khanna can run, and wouldn't Khanna versus Massey be a dream, where they actually are both in favor of America, and then they have a debate about economics and how to best help the American people? That would be amazing.
That would be way better than the slop we've been dealing with in past elections, that's for sure.
Every time you ring the bell below, an angel gets his wings. Totally not true, but it does keep you updated on our live shows.